What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of the Bean Dip Podcast. I fucked up. I thought I was recording this whole time. I think the kombucha got to my head or something. But, you know, I have a very special guest with me today. He's one of my homeboys, my comedian homeboys. Give it up for Shaun Platt. Hell yeah.
What's up,
What's
dude?
up,
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Take two, bro.
Take two.
Dude, we were fucking on some good shit there, dude.
Dude, it was the whiskey kombuchas, you know?
I know, man. But, dude, we were just talking about how you're part of your family's from Texas, and you were saying the same, like, you just tell everybody what your cousin was saying when he was, like, hollering at some chick.
Oh, okay, yeah. So my mom's Q and my dad's from Texas, and my dad is not necessarily a redneck, but he came from, like, dude, the most country motherfuckers you can imagine. And so I moved out there to live with my dad, and we had to share a room, bro, like 2 cots and, like, a closet, basically.
Damn.
And so, like, it was, you know, we butt heads a lot. So he's like, I went to go live with my cousin who lives out in the country. And, like, I didn't even really know this dude. Like, I didn't grow up with this guy, you know.
How old were you guys?
No, I was older. I was, like, you know, I was, like, 19 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But I moved out there to try and, like, get away from Miami and the life I had there.
So you grew up in Miami?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I just was, like, with the wrong crowd, you know, good people, but they were, like, doing the wrong things. And so I did a lot of drugs. I drank. And so, like, it was my way to get away and, like, start a new life.
I got it.
And so my dad and I butt heads, and so I went to go live with my cousin. And, man, that dude, like, picture Larry the Cable Guy. Like, that's
same body type and everything?
Dude, he's got a big old belly.
Damn.
Like, talks like this, goddamn
Oh,
it, you know?
shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. And so you said you guys were, like, seeing this chick.
Oh, yeah. So we went to this mall. And, like, that's, like, the fun thing to do, right? You drive 30, 40 minutes to the nearest mall because there's nothing to fucking do out there.
Oh, shit.
Like, he lived in a 2-horse town. It was, like, 400 people in the whole town.
Damn.
And so we go to the mall, like, in town, which is, like, a 40-minute drive, whatever. And so we go to the mall, and this chick walked by, and he goes, "Damn, she finer than a frog hair split 3 ways and sanded." And I was like, what the fuck is that? Dude, I knew right then and there, I was like, this dude is a different breed. Like, I don't know how how are we related, bro? Like, that shit was so weird.
You know what shocks me the most is that, like, your family was like, you know, we need to take you away from these people, and we need to send you this fool, like, who's probably drinking moonshine and shit.
Dude,
like,
he was.
Oh,
like, he
fuck.
gave me moonshine for the first time, like, really trying moonshine.
I've never tried the real shit, because, you know, they sell, like, the fake, the legal kind or whatever. Did you know they sell it at liquor stores?
Yeah,
where it's
but
flavored?
this is, like, real
Yeah,
shit.
how is the
Apple
real
pie
shit?
moonshine. It tastes good, but it also tastes like death. It's like, imagine gasoline if it was apple flavored. That's
No,
yeah, dude.
dude.
It's powerful. Like, you take one shot of that shit and you feel it. Dude.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah. It's like basically pure alcohol.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
Like,
So, wait, do they make it, like, it's homemade, right?
oh, yeah. He has a still and all that.
Damn.
Or you know someone who has a still. A still, I should say. Steel.
And what is that? Basically where it, like, ferments or something?
Yeah, I don't know the whole brewing process, but I think they, like, heat up, you know, whatever the I don't know what they're heating up, but they basically...
It's probably like potatoes or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like a whiskey type deal, but I don't know the whole process, you know.
I think the closest I've gotten to that, like, besides the legal, I didn't really like what the moonshine they sell at the liquor store. It's too much of a contrast of, like, sweet and, like, yeah, like this, like, straight alcohol flavor. Like, I don't fucking like it.
Yeah.
But, like, I remember I bought this liquor from Bevmo. Have you ever been to Bevmo?
Yeah.
Bevmo's cool, but I bought it. It's I think it was called Everclear or something like that. It's like rice grain alcohol or something like that. Bro, that shit is straight flammable. It says on the bottle, it says caution, flammable. And, like, it's the same shit, one shot, and your body just warms up.
Oh, moonshine's flammable too.
Oh,
and it's like the same thing. That shit is scary.
Yeah, and, like, I remember I took some to my I went to my cousin's pad, and just a little drop, like, not even bigger than a quarter, like, fell on his counter, and I was like, "Hey, dude, it says flammable." try lighting it on fire. And just like that little drop, it like stood on fire.
No
And
way, dude.
that freaked him out. And he's like, dude, that's not good. And he just started spitting it and trying to wash his mouth out. Oh, dude.
No, moonshine's dope, dude. It's just like, it's not like my drink of choice. And I was like, it would have to be like a party night where I'm like trying to get trashed.
Oh, shit.
Like I wouldn't just drink moonshine like casually. Like
Fuck
if you're doing
no.
that, you're a fucking alcoholic, dude.
Either that or you're suicidal, I
Yeah,
think. You know what I mean? Like,
If you're
fuck
just
the
drinking
world.
moonshine every day,
The world is finer than a frog. And
the world is finer than a frog hair split.
oh, shit, dude. Yeah, no way, dude. I used to drink, when I was probably like, probably like 19. Because, I was living with, because I grew up in Bog Gardens. That's not too far from here in Pico Rivera. It's probably like 10, 15 minutes from here. But I ended up getting kicked out of my parents' house because I was pretty bad, like my parents. I don't know if you ever knew this, but my family, they're Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me,
dude.
that.
So yeah, it was tough for me growing up, like as a kid, because there's no holidays, no birthdays. Like basically anything you had to do had to be linked somehow to Jehovah's Witnesses. So I didn't want to bust it.
Yeah, you guys don't celebrate birthdays, right?
Nothing, dude. I didn't celebrate my first birthday till I was like 19, actually.
That's wild.
Yeah,
you should have started counting from there. Then you. Could
I
be
know,
like,
I'm one.
I'm only 1 year old.
Technically, I'm like 14. Right now. Serious, dude. But like, so yeah, like around, yeah, because 19. That was around the time I started really finding out about stuff. Because when I was in high school, I would sneak out of my house, but really, the only thing I knew about in high school was like weed. I dabbled in coke, you know what I mean? I wasn't like a big time cokehead, but I would fuck with it. And then of course you just get drunk at parties or whatever. But yeah, what was it? I forget where I was getting at.
Oh, you were saying like you grew up in a strict household and like
So the 19, that's when I started like pretty much branching out. I was living with these like hippie fucking white people that my sister was living with, and that's just when I started going balls out. And yeah, dude, but no, I mean I get it, dude, like being like a kid, like and it's not even like our faults, I think, you know what I mean, just because you're just a kid, you're trying to find out what
you're experimenting and learning about Bro, it's the same thing as like a toddler. Like if you observe a toddler, they're constantly putting shit in their mouth or grabbing on shit or looking at shit. It's like they're experimenting and learning about their environment. That doesn't stop as you get older. It just is in a different way. Like
exactly
trying different drugs, trying different alcohols, trying, go to a festival, go to a concert. Like you're just seeing what you like.
For real,
discovering it.
Yeah.
Your whole life. I'm still discovering what I like.
Dude, and I've tried a variety of things, but through all like my experiences, I found out that, dude, I really just like to get high, like smoke weed. That's really
But you found what you like.
Yeah.
Through trying,
yeah. And sure, I like to drink, but I used to drink way more, dude, like almost every day. Like
me too, dude. I used to be bad.
Yeah, dude, it was almost like I would almost drink almost a 40 ounce every day.
Oh wow.
That was like minimum, so it was never just like one can of beer or something.
It was like
pounding, drinking. Yeah. So, but I had to stop, dude. It was too much, you know what I mean? Like I was starting to get the dad bod, you know what I mean? Just like the little fucking beer belly.
Dude,
like...
that's me right now. Bro, I didn't even realize this pillow was open.
Oh yeah.
It just looks like a cloud.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking came on me. Like,
well, we were keeping all our coke in there, but we sold it all, so we just stuffed it back with cotton.
Dude, it looks like a cloud squirted on me.
For
all these insides.
Fuck yeah, dude.
At least someone's coming because of me.
Yeah. What's your preferred liquor?
Preferred liquor? Whiskey. What we're drinking now. I love whiskey.
Is it Jameson specifically though? Is it like
Jameson or I like Jack Daniels.
I love Jack Daniels, dude.
That's probably my favorite whiskey.
Anytime I go out drinking, it's like I'll get Jack with a splash of Coke. How do you get it?
The exact same thing. Because I like Jack Daniels because it's basically like a bourbon whiskey, so it has like a little bit of a sweet taste to it.
Mm.
Versus like a lot of whiskeys will be a little more dry almost.
Yeah. I don't really fuck with Scotch.
Oh hell no.
No, yeah, because I feel like you have to have Scotch with water or something. You know what I mean? Like, sure, have it on the rocks, but you gotta wait for the ice to melt for it to be like tolerable. You know what I mean?
My pops used to. That was his thing.
Scotch,
yeah.
Scotch whiskey.
And I didn't even know that. I think I had a conversation with my mother one time or my dad. Like, hey, what did you used to drink back in the day? And he was a Scotch guy apparently.
Crazy.
He used to buy like expensive ass Scotch.
No way.
Drink that shit. Yeah.
That's crazy. I think the most expensive Scotch I've ever tried was like Johnny Walker.
Hey, that's pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously not like what Drake probably drinks, you know, because he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the average person, that's like, to me, that's fucking super expensive. I can't afford Johnny Walker.
The only reason I tried it was because I'm a bartender.
Oh yeah, you're like, I'm gonna try.
I never bought it myself. No,
or what is it, 151 or
whatever. Wait, 151 I think is rum though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like those
right?
expensive, or it's maybe not 151. What's that expensive? It's like it's a number, and it's a liquor, and it's expensive as fuck.
Isn't that like cognac or something?
17 something, yeah.
1754 or something like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's
though?
like a
it's
Remy,
a number,
right?
and it's like super expensive. Like people joke about how expensive it is.
It's probably that, or literally, there's this other one. It's called I think it's called King Louis the something, bro. That bottle. So I guess the bottle itself is made out of crystal. That shit is so expensive that if you were to like say if you go on eBay and try to just look for that bottle, just alone an empty bottle is worth $900. But if you get it like with the alcohol inside, minimum $2,000.
You know why it's expensive? Maybe not so much for the crystal, but because people could buy that, fill it up with cheaper alcohol, and sell it it's, you know what I mean?
I don't know, but they also ferment, I guess, the liquor different because they keep because it's cognac, I think they keep it in like wine barrels, so it kind of has like a hint of that grapey kind of, and I guess the barrels are like the old school barrels from like the dark ages where there's cobwebs on them and fucking, you know what I mean, like. I don't know, but if you go on it, it's like called King Louis something, you know what I mean? But it's like $2,000, bro. Oh, and I think if you go anywhere to buy like just a shot alone is like maybe like $35, $40 or something like that.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, I don't know who does that, dude. Unless you're Drake, you know what I mean? No. Like why would anybody sell that kind of liquor? You know what I mean? Like I think that's just like a status kind of thing, like. Look what we got.
You hit the nail on the head right there. It's a status thing because these motherfuckers want to like show off.
Yeah.
Because it probably doesn't taste all that much better than the other shit.
Not.
Like alcohol is alcohol, dude.
You have to be like one of those like connoisseur people that, yeah, it's the notes. You know, I'm tasting a grape. Woodsy, like, dude, just get drunk, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, to me, expensive alcohol. I gotta be careful how I word this, but fuck it. No, it's a podcast and it's comedy.
Is it though? Is it? What? This might be a TED Talk.
No, yeah, this is a TED Talk, dude. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like expensive alcohol is like, I compare alcohol to pussy, right?
Ooh.
So, expensive alcohol is just like the pretty girls, like those super gorgeous, like supermodel girls.
Okay.
And then, like, the cheaper alcohol is obviously, like, the, you know, average-looking female or whatever. But guess what? Pussy is pussy, dude. Like, I guarantee you, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just the rapper, bro. The rapper is prettier, you know. The name brand is prettier. It's more attractive. But guess what? Pussy's pussy, alcohol's alcohol, dude.
The finer chick, she has the money to have the gym membership. So you got that nice bottle of cognac doing those squats, you know what I mean? Where you have like the cheap Jack Daniels bottle just drinking at the bar with the homies and shit.
100%. And guess what? They both take you to the right destination, right?
Fuck yeah, dude, hell yeah.
It might take a little longer with the other one, but you get
exactly, yeah. The Jack Daniels is way easier. She's looking for the homies. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. She's looking out. Like,
yeah, she's like, you know what? All those other bottle of whiskeys are just too much drama. I like guys more. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, man. I'm more of a whiskey dude too, but I've been wanting to like venture more into tequila.
oh, I like tequila. But it has to be good tequila. Like if you have shitty tequila, bro, it fucks with my stomach.
Really?
Yeah, like cheap tequila. But have you tried the Rocks tequila? It shocked me how good it is.
Oh no, I didn't even know he had one. What's it
He has
called?
one. It's called Teremana.
Oh shit, no, never heard of it.
It's fucking good.
No way.
Yes.
Crazy.
Because usually, like when stars come out with something,
Uh-huh.
it's like a cheap brand, and they attach their name to it, and it's just to push something. that's cheap.
Yeah.
But he must have got with the right distributor or like whoever does it. It's so good. It's smooth as fuck.
Dude, if The Rock tries to become president of the United States, I'm voting for him, bro.
Oh,
Like,
same,
you know what I mean? Like
same,
that
man.
guy is doing everything right now. You know what I mean? Like he's coming out with like a new like DC movie. He's gonna be fucking what's his name?
Black Adam.
Black Adam. Is it Black Adam or no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black
that's
Adam.
his name. Black Adam, and he's just making shit happen. So like maybe I gotta try his tequila, bro. Hopefully that makes me like buff like him too. Like I don't know. We'll see what's up, dude.
Dude, Black Adam's like a cool character and all. Like it's dope that whoever like is it DC?
It's DC, yeah.
Whoever was at DC and came up with it, you know, this was back in the day.
Yeah.
It was like cool that they were woke enough to be like, hey, let's make a black superhero. But the name is so racist. Like
Black Adam.
it's like, hey,
And it's not
what
even
should
like
we name him? Adam?
yeah, it's not
And
even
he's black.
ATOM.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
ADAM.
Yeah.
Black Adam.
Yeah, dude. It's like
Oh, man.
it's just this black dude named Adam.
Adam.
Like, and they're like Black Adam.
Black
perfect.
Adam. Yeah.
It's like
Keep
should we
it.
name him like Nighthawk or something?
Just give him a
Yeah.
cape. Yeah.
Should we
dude.
name him like Thunder God? And
Yeah.
It's like no, Black Adam.
Black Adam works.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We already
dude.
have White Adam. He's the writer. We gotta
we can't have too much of the same thing, you know.
get confused.
That's fucking funny.
We gotta
dude.
name him Black Adam.
Dude, speaking of like black and white, like what do you think of like Kanye with his shit coming out lately? Have you heard of like how he's been
yeah.
recently? Like,
Dude,
like
it's
what do you
crazy.
think? What do you think about it? Like honestly,
I think he's both crazy and a genius. So you know how they say there's a fine line between genius and insanity? I think Kanye is riding the fuck out of that line. He's riding it like a fucking bull at the rodeo.
Yeah.
He's like fucking that line because he's both genius and insanity. I think he knows what he's doing, and it's like a marketing ploy, but he's also crazy enough to do
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I think, because every time he comes out doing something or saying something crazy, an album drops like in a year or
Or
two
clothing.
later. Or clothing, yeah.
And it
yeah.
sells like hotcakes.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's wild, dude. I know a lot of people are saying like, you know, he just has problems, but like I was listening to fucking Flagrant. Have you ever heard that podcast
Yeah.
Flagrant with Andrew Schultz and
Dude, I love Andrew.
yeah. So like I guess they're pretty much roasting the shit out of him and stuff, and they think that homeboy just needs better people around him.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, but I feel the same way as you. Like, I don't know how much I trust that it's just him going through mental issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know that people say he's bipolar and this and that, but like what do you think about that kind of stuff? Like,
I think it's a combination of both.
but like when it comes to like having like say bipolar stuff, like,
oh, dude, I'm bipolar. I feel like but I'm treated now. I feel like if he's not treated, which it seems like he isn't by his behavior, he's probably quite, I wouldn't want to say crazy, but he's not with it 100%, because bipolar is a spectrum, so it depends on where he is on the spectrum, but like, I'm like kind of light to mid bipolar on the spectrum. But
do you, when it comes to being bipolar, because they were saying in the the episode that they have some friends who struggle with it, but like when they're going through like an episode, I guess they like to say things that gravitate attention towards them. Is that like a thing?
I mean, maybe, but I didn't really experience that. What I mostly experienced with bipolar is like impulsive decision making. So like if I was in a party and somebody breaks out coke and is like, "Hey, who wants to hit this?" I'd be more inclined to do it because I'm impulsive, or like.
So it's not like you really want to do it. Like you have no real desire, but just because it's there and it hits your brain, you're like, "Fuck it."
You do feel like you want to, but it's like mostly because of impulsivity, or like, let's say I only have $200 in my account, but like somebody's like, "Hey, bro, you want to go eat at the steak dinner?" I'll just be like, "Yeah." Like you make impulsive decisions, like without even thinking, like. Fuck a girl raw without even thinking like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Or
damn,
like,
I might be bipolar. Fuck.
You do like crazy, you do some crazy ass shit without like you're just doing it. You're not even thinking like, oh, this is terrible. Like I shouldn't do this. Like this is a bad idea.
So you don't think he's on that spectrum of like being impulsive, kind of? You think he's more premeditated stuff?
I feel like maybe, but I think a lot of it could be like that impulsivity. I mean, you could see it in a lot of his stuff, like when he. Like back in the day when he was on that during Hurricane Katrina, they did like it was him and the dude from Mike Myers from Austin Powers, and they get up there and they're like, you know, if you can donate, hit, you know, call blah blah blah, you know, help these people in Katrina, and then he goes, George Bush hates black people, and I was just like, what the fuck, like.
Oh shit!
So that's bipolar. You say some crazy ass shit, not necessarily for attention. Like you won't even think. You just say, shit. Like not like Tourette's, but like that's impulsivity. Yeah, maybe not just saying something, maybe just doing something.
Yeah,
like I would do shit all the time for attention. I remember as a kid in middle school, we have our lunch or whatever, and then I'd get pudding, put it on my plate. I get like a bunch of shit like spaghetti. Mix it all up, and I eat it for attention. Like,
oh shit!
Like just like I want to make these motherfuckers laugh and be like, "What the fuck? You know, this dude crazy."
Yeah, crazy.
So
dude.
I'd be like, "I bet you won't." They'd be like, "I bet you won't eat it." Once they caught wind, like I would do stuff. They'd be like, "I bet you won't do this," and I'd do it. Like
that's crazy. Wait a minute. So what was the like final thing that you did to make them be like, you need to go get yourself checked out?
Oh, dude, no one. That's the thing I think that Kanye is dealing with is no one really says anything or cares. They just think like, oh, this dude's wild. They don't realize like, hey, this dude needs a friend. He needs help.
Oh shit!
So I didn't really start hearing that till later in life. My siblings would be like, hey, bro, you need help. But I thought they were just hating on me. Like just like being, I don't know. And then, recently I got help, like not long ago, like maybe 2 months ago, I started getting help.
And you were diagnosed not that long ago, or when were you diagnosed?
Well, I was first diagnosed as possible bipolar when I was like 19, but I never got treatment. I didn't have money for treatment. And then just recently I got diagnosed with bipolar and ADHD.
Oh, okay. And what do you do for that? How do you treat it?
I take medicine. So like right now I take it's like Lamicidal, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
And then the other one's like it's some long ass name with a Q. But I take those, and then it's basically like Seroquel, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what the name of it is.
What are some of the side effects like?
Dude, it fucking sucks because when you're first upping the dosage, you get sick as fuck. You start throwing up.
Wait. So like
you have to slowly increase the dosage because it's that powerful. It's like it's fucking with your neurotransmitters in your head to make sure that what it does is my psychiatrist explained it to me. Basically, when you make decisions, right? Your brain, the synapses in your brain are like talking to each other, right? They're sending signals. So what this does is whatever part of your brain deals with decision making and impulsivity, it makes that fuse a little bit longer. Instead of like jumping to something like impulsivity, what the medicine does is it makes that fuse tick longer. Like imagine a fuse on a dynamite.
I see.
It just extends that fuse. So you have time to go, this is a bad idea.
I got you.
So it doesn't change who you are necessarily. It just gives you more time to be like, hey, maybe I don't want to do this.
Oh, okay.
Versus like normally your fuse is so short, you go from the idea to doing it. Like, without thinking like, hey, this is probably not... Like, I would go streaking in high school. I didn't give a fuck. I did crazy shit.
You were wild, bro. So now you fuck with condoms, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Crazy, dude. Yeah, so what? You did the streaking in high school, like, that was like a regular thing or something?
Oh, yeah, I went streaking. I did, like, crazy stuff, dude. I would... Oh, man. Anything... And it was all for a laugh, usually.
I mean... Because, like, you know, hearing that, like, as an outsider, you know what I mean? Like, not somebody who's, like, that has, like, really maybe observed you for, like, a long time, like, say, family members. From the outside, that does seem, like, hilarious, you know?
Yeah.
That seems fucking funny. So,
and
like,
people just think you're, oh, this dude's funny and crazy.
Yeah, but I guess maybe for some people, like, say, for family members, I could see why they would be, like, man, blah, blah. Because then you probably get in trouble for it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And what sucks is, like, yeah, I mean, I'm not taking away personal responsibility. Like, I did what I did, right?
Yeah.
But what sucks is, like, no one recognized that I was suffering from something. You know? It's just like, oh, this is a bad kid.
Yeah.
Versus, like, oh, this is a kid that needs help, you know?
Like, there was this dude in high school that I would go to. Dude, this guy would flash his dick to anybody, dude. I swear, dude. He'd be like, say he's behind you or like just like out of your where you're looking, you're walking, and be like, hey, Russell, and you look and this was just fucking whipped his dick out, shaking it. It's like, oh, you son of a bitch, you know, like. So I don't know. It makes me wonder.
If
like,
he was bipolar, possible.
Yeah, because he would do shit like that,
bro. I mean, I never whipped my dick out like that, but...
You basically
I wouldn't put
bro.
it past me. I went streaking.
You went streaking, dude.
Dude, funny story about streaking, bro. One time, we were drinking at a party at my buddy's house.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you should go streaking. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, right? And so we pull up outside this house... And it was the girl that I had a crush on's house. And they're like, you know, you ready to do it? I was like, yeah. So the plan was I was going to run into the backyard, do like a lap, and then run back out.
Okay.
So I take my clothes off outside of the car.
Yeah.
And I run and I do my lap, right? I go to do my lap. And I'm coming around and the dad comes out. And he's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, oh, shit.
Before you could even really...
Yeah, I was rounding the pool. So I'm on the other side of the pool now, like I'm trapped almost. Like I have to pick a side to go and try to juke this motherfucker to get out. Bro, I panicked, so I stutter step and I fucking slipped because the deck of the pool was wet, and I fucking slipped and went in the pool, dude, naked as fuck, dude. So I hop out that pool, I'm fucking wet, I'm like slipping and sliding, trying to run, and I get past the motherfucker, I get past her dad. And I run out, and I'm, like, looking for my clothes. My clothes are gone, and the car's gone. My homies, like, took my clothes as a joke, fucking took off.
Bitches,
so I'm fucking naked, bro. And
wow.
It's, like, 3 a.m. or whatever in my town. And I'm running around trying to find somewhere to hide because cars are passing and shit. I'm, like, butt-ass naked.
Oh, my God.
So I guess someone called the cops, dude. And the cop comes with this fucking spotlight, and he's, like, looking for me, and I'm behind a tree, like, naked as fuck, dude.
That's fucked up because that's not even your fault. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, you chose to be, like, the guy. You sacrificed yourself. But those did you dirty,
yeah, dude. But they came back, obviously. Like, they were just fucking with me. They went around the block.
Oh,
but like
damn, but
that
it
was
happened
enough
that
time
quick.
for
Holy
dude. Like they
shit.
went around the block, kind of like, how long should we make them wait? You know, I guess they like double back.
That's
you know,
still fucked
and they
up,
came around
dude.
and they saw me hiding behind the tree, and I'm like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers! I almost got arrested."
That's
and
hilarious.
Get in there, dude. And they're laughing their ass off. I'm sitting fucking butt naked, shivering wet. They're like, "Why are you wet, bro?" They're like, "Why the fuck are you wet, dog?" I'm
shit,
like,
dude.
"Fucking fell in the pool. Her dad came out."
So the cops never caught you?
No. Thank God. But dude, I was shitting. Like, imagine, bro. I was like almost more embarrassed that they would see me naked because like I fell in the cold ass pool, bro. My dick was shrunk, dog. I was almost more embarrassed that they would see my dick in that predicament than getting arrested itself. Like I was like more scared of that.
Good thing it was at night, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, dude,
bro.
maybe I could have like covered up, you know? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know what I would have done.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Or if I ended up on cops, bro. Like,
imagine.
Like, look at this nude motherfucker.
Oh, dude. I think because I'm trying to relate somehow if I've ever done shit like that, and I feel like I've always kind of in some way in my own degree have been like an attention kind of whore, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, because I remember there's only like a number of times, but I don't remember exactly like things that I would do where it was like, anyway, like there's probably just this time where like, and it was not as intense, but like we're in the auditorium, you know, so like there's probably like a big thing that they're going to announce to the students or whatever's happening, you know, and somebody passes me like an inhaler or some shit, and like they're like, hey, throw this shit, you know what I mean? And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it, dude. And I just like toss it behind and it just like launches, probably hits somebody, but the teacher catches me, you know, and she's like, hey, you over here. But there's probably like a number of times where I've done stuff like that where it's like they'll tell me to do something and I'll do it.
Dude, I think most comics have to have some sort of need for attention because that's why you get up there, is for the laughter and for people to laugh at what you do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not necessarily like narcissism, but like there's this need of, at least for me, I can't speak for anyone else, but I imagine maybe you feel the same. It's not like, oh, look at me, I'm cool. It's more so like wanting to be accepted. Like, oh, wow, you validate me by laughing. You like me. Wanting to be liked.
You know what I think I like about it? I like the fact, I just love making people laugh. You know what I mean? So I love, even if it makes me look dumb or like whatever, maybe it is like a validation or something. Like, I haven't really thought about it, but I just know like I love making people like laugh and like, and if you got away with it, like, damn, dude, fucking whatever, you know what I mean? So
there's no better feeling.
Making exactly. So, you know, I totally get it. You know what I mean? Because that's why it's weird, because like obviously I don't want to say like, oh, you know, like fuck those people. You know what I mean? You should still, because I don't really know the intricacies, like how much it's affected your life. You know what I mean? Like, because maybe, who knows? Maybe, dude, like, maybe when it comes down to it, like, my decisions of just trying to be, like, this person who wants people to think of me a certain way has affected my decisions in life, you know? Maybe if I was, like, a straight thinker, I could have been, like, a college graduate, like, way ahead of my time, doing like a legit job or something. You know what I mean?
Would you be happy?
See, but that's the thing. I have no idea. Like, obviously myself now, I wouldn't be happy doing that. I would have done it. You know what I mean? Because like in school, so like I grew up Jehovah's Witness. And dude, it was difficult, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I wanted to be with the homies. I wanted to be with my friends. I wanted to be able to do like...
Did they control how much you could be with your friends? And
all that? Fuck yeah, bro.
Really?
So like pretty much after a while, I would just start sneaking out. And then I'd be like with my friends and we'd drink or whatever. Now it's... Dude, one of the funniest times, dude. And it's like... It's so like pathetic in a way. Like, it was so funny, like... I sneak out, you know, I go to this party and, you know, I'm out all night you know, and like I try to sneak back into my house, but the doors are locked. Because after a while, my parents started catching on, and they would just lock the doors, close the windows, lock them, so I couldn't come back in, so they can like catch me basically somehow. I don't know. And so like I wasn't able to get inside, so I was kind of just walking around the block, and my dad is driving, and he's kind of like behind me, and we see each other, and I start booking it, dude. I just start running, and he starts chasing me with his car, and I fucking turned the block before he could turn, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna outrun this fool. So I fucking climb underneath, or I crawl underneath the car, I hide under, and I see his truck kind of pass me, and he makes the right turn, and I was like, okay, this fool's gone. And I'm done, like I'm dumb, like I should have like at least stayed there a minute, and I walked out all casually like, okay, he's gone. And he must have busted a bitch, like there's no way this fool outran me, you know. And he catches me, and I was like, oh shit, like. But they didn't punish me or anything. But I do, so many times I got in trouble with my family because I just wanted to chill with the homies, like, you know what I mean, like, because we would all do stupid shit, you know what I mean, just like get drunk, get high, like just make each other laugh. One time, one of my friends, there was this like kind of rotten meat that it wasn't me, but we're all together. One of my friends.
I see where this is going.
There was this rotten meat, and we dared one of my other friends to put his dick in it. He did, dude. He whipped out his dick and started like fucking the rotten meat.
Oh my god, dude! Did he get like an infection?
No way.
No,
you didn't, dude. But these dudes were wild, bro. Like we'd do crazy shit like that sometimes, you know.
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, dude. But
dude, we were wild too, man.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, maybe that is like a thing for that maybe some comics like in a weird way share, you know, that like
100%.
You know, maybe like every mundane kind of living is like not enough in some way. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Like you crave the excitement of things. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I mean, we did a lot of stuff for that. I think, yeah, that's put perfectly. You crave the excitement. You crave like something to feel alive.
Some shit, yeah. Yeah.
Almost like, I don't know. Dude, I did crazy shit, man. I remember my house got foreclosed on.
Oh, what? So you owned a home?
I'm talking about when I was a kid.
Oh.
My mom and my mom's house got foreclosed on, so we lost the house, and I was super pissed, bro, because like we were on hard times. Like my mom wasn't working, so we were getting help from people. Like they would drop. Dude, people felt so bad at my mom's church that they would like drop off like gift cards to like the grocery store and stuff, like so we could eat. And when we lost the house, I was super pissed, which I did. I shouldn't have been pissed on them. It's not their fault. Like business is business, but I was mad at like the bank for taking the house, you know, because they like chained everything up. That was my home, you know, that I, grew up a lot of years in. And so me and my homies, one time we were drinking, and I got the idea. I said, we should break into my old home. And they're like, what? I go, we should go up in that motherfucker and just party and drink in there.
That's
like fuck chill. Shit up.
Yeah.
So like we broke in, and we fucking like took chairs, threw them into the drywall, and they would stick in the drywall. Damn. We would like fucking smash shit, drink, and fucking like, dude, it was wild, bro.
That's what's up.
We found like old Halloween costumes. We put it on, like, fucking with each other. Yeah, dude, like all crazy shit, like. Open up cabinets and fucking like, I don't know, explore, like, I don't know. It was cool, man. And then I remember me and my homie, we were out in the Everglades and we were drinking, and we took an alligator. Like we picked up an alligator, put it in his truck.
How big was this shit?
It was like maybe 6 feet.
Holy fuck!
And there was a pool in back of the house, and it got like real swampy and stuff because no one was taking care of it, putting chlorine, so it was like a swamp. We took the alligator, threw it in the pool, and we would feed it with fish from like the canals and shit. And so the reason we did it is, how funny would it be And I hope this happened. I don't know what would happen. Like, I don't even know what happened to the alligator. Maybe it, like, ate the neighbor. I don't know. But all I know about it is, like, the reason I did it is because at the time I was thinking, how funny would it be the bank, is showing the house to somebody like, hey, this is the property, you want to buy it or whatever, and then a fucking alligator comes out of the fucking pool, dude. That shit would be hilarious.
That's wild, dude. Yeah, I forget you live in Florida. You lived in Florida, so...
We did crazy shit, bro. Crazy ass shit.
That's crazy, dude.
And that's not even the craziest stuff I did.
What's like the environment of Florida? Because it seems like it's like a contrast of like really country folk and then like hardcore city life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
most of the country life is further north. Miami is mostly like city, but there's a lot of people in Miami that still like Western lifestyle, like they like country music or stuff like that, but they're very, you know how like you say Americanized, I want to say like civilized, but that sounds wrong.
Mm.
Like they're more city folk.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, I had a buddy that his name was Michael Johnson, and he was, like, full white. He was, like, country white. And he would, like, work on trucks and jack them up, and he would go out west, which is all Everglades. Like, Miami sits over on the right, but everything west is, like, just swamp. And so we'd go out there. We'd drive all the way out there and throw bonfires, like, in the middle of the swamp, just like, these dirt roads, and no one would fuck with us because we were underage. So we could drink out there and get crazy, throw keggers, and there was no one around.
Cool. Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, that's the dynamic. It's kind of like a somewhat a mix, but mostly city. And then further north it gets fucking redneck.
Really?
Very.
What's like the most redneck kind of like... Sorry. If there's any redneck listeners, we don't mean it maliciously. We're just talking casually. But what's like the most like kind of redneck city or like?
Oh, in Florida?
Area? Yeah, in Florida. Yeah.
Shit, man. I don't know, man. I mean, for South Florida, I'd say Davie, but you get further up north, there's like a lot of rednecks. I don't know. Tallahassee's pretty redneck, but there's a ton of small little towns in between that are probably super redneck.
I see.
As far as major cities, I'd say Tallahassee's probably, which is ironic. It's the capital
of Florida. Yeah. Oh shit.
But we used to call Tallahassee Tallanasty because it's just a bunch of.
Damn.
Like, yeah.
That's where you get fucked up on fucking moonshine and fuck those dirty white bitches, huh?
Yeah,
dude. Wearing the Daisy Dukes. They got stretch marks, but they still think they're fucking
They got
fine
the C-section
scars.
They just had like 4 kids. Yeah.
Hey, honey.
You want some of theirs?
That's fucking cool, bro. Hell yeah. That's wild, dude. But nah, That's the weird like fine line between I think like mental health, where it's like sometimes it's unclear as to whether it's like intentional or if it is like something more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because maybe dude. Also like like we said, like kids are kids. You know what I mean? Like sometimes these kids are just doing stuff because, bro, we're usually reduced to just whatever's at our house. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really know anything beyond that.
You want to experiment and learn and...
Exactly. So, it's just a weird thing. But obviously, like, okay, like, there's things that people do where it's like, obviously, there's things that their decisions are destroying their own life. You know what I mean? And they probably don't see it or something like that. That's where I think it's like, well, man, you gotta...
Or they could see it, but they can't stop it.
Or maybe, that's more like compulsive, right? Or something. Or what's the difference between compulsive and impulsive?
Compulsive means you're, that's something I want to look up because I don't want to fuck up. But what I think it is basically like you're doing...
Compulsive seems more like habitual.
You're doing something, habitually, and like a compulsive liar is like someone who just can't stop lying. They're lying all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like or a kleptomaniac. They just have to steal.
Yeah, resulting or relating to an irresistible urge, especially one that goes against one's conscious wishes. So it's something like you don't want to do, but it's kind of like impulsivity.
Impulsive, yeah.
But impulsivity just means like
it could be random, right?
Yeah, it's like an impulse. Just a random thought pops in your head and you
just do it.
Compulsive means like you're doing something, like you have that urge to do something all the time and you can't stop it. Irresistibly interesting or exciting, compelling. That's another thing.
Were you a big, not big or smart, whatever, but were you into like stealing shit at all? Like during your younger years?
I didn't steal too much, but I did steal beer.
Oh, okay.
Like when I was underage.
That's normal.
Yeah, beer runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, no, I didn't steal too much. Because I just felt like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I didn't have morals with a lot of shit, but I had morals
Stealing,
with that.
I can't do that. I'll show my dick to people.
Yeah, like, I'll run naked around town, but I won't take anything from people.
That's hilarious, dude. Like, you know what's funny? I would steal a lot. I wouldn't call myself klepto, but there's a weird thing. I have no remorse when it comes to stealing.
Really?
Yeah, like, there's times where I'll find, dude, one time I was living in Corona, and, you know, I was living with a buddy, and we were kind of like in hard times a little bit because we were new to the city. We were both like not working, you know what I mean? Like eventually I found a job, but like it was after a while. But like one of the first couple months that we were working there, it was tough. So we're driving on the 15, and traffic is somewhat slow. And I'm kind of just like daydreaming outside of the window, looking out the window and stuff. And I see a wallet like on the side of the road, and I'm like, bro, there's a wallet. Like, you know, can you stop? He's like, dude, I can't fucking stop. What are you talking about? Like, you're gonna have to jump out of the car. I mean, it was going slow enough where I was able to do it. So I was like, fuck. So I jump out of the car, run to the wallet, run back into the car. Like, mind you, traffic is not going fast.
And it was on the side of the highway?
It's on the side of the highway. And so, like, I come in and I back in the car. I look in the wallet, and there's just an ID. It has, like, a number, like, written on inside the wallet. I was like, fuck. So I'm just, you know, I thought it was, like, just a waste of time. I'm looking through it, and there's this little pocket. And I fucking pull out $800, dude, in the fucking...
Get out of here.
$800, dude. I was like... Bro, and I don't give a fuck about the wallet. I just toss the wallet out the window and keep the money. Like,
no
I probably
way.
could have returned the guy's wallet with his ID, but I didn't think about it. And then, like, how am I going to return his wallet with $800 missing? You know what I mean? So I'm just like, you know what, dude?
I love how you were like, I thought you were going to say, like, how am I going to return the wallet? Because I don't know if I'll find them. But then you were like, how am I going to do it after I already spent $800?
Exactly, dude. So it's like, there's no way I could return this. Like, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I'm dying. You're like, how am I going to return this if I already spent all this money?
So I just tossed that shit, and I was like, bro, let's go fucking party. Dude, we literally spend like close to $400. Like, 300 of it was like just partying. And then like the rest,
You're joking. Where do you guys go? Like, just eat it up?
We were just buying a shitload of beer. Yeah, food, like just chilling, dude. Weed, you know, a bunch of stuff, you know, and yeah, like, but the cool thing was, like, I still had, like, 500, so it helped us move out and, like, get another spot, so.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, so, like, I've had moments where, like, I don't mind, I don't know what it is, but I didn't mind stealing stuff. I wouldn't call myself a klepto, you know what I mean, because I wouldn't go to a friend's house and snatch shit and then not say anything. It's definitely something where it's, like, I don't know you or whatever, you know what I mean, and fuck it. Like, dude, one of the funniest...
So if you're, like, at a bar and somebody leaves their phone on the table, would you
No, phones are useless.
Okay.
What am I going to do with it? Sell it for, like, $50 to
But if, like, you're at a bar and someone leaves their wallet on the counter and goes to the restroom, will you, like...
No, it won't be that. It won't be that way either.
So it's like... Is it basically only when someone leaves something behind?
Yeah. Like another time, I took an Uber and somebody's wallet was there. I took all the cash, but I just left the wallet.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll take.
How much you get out of that one?
Like $20.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
You're like, fuck.
But the same thing. I would jack beer. You know what I mean? Like, dude, one time it was so funny. It was also during the same time. I was probably living in Riverside at the time of Corona, and this one dude from El Salvador, like, I became cool with him, and it was hilarious because we would actually steal beer from the place that his wife worked at.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he would be like, we would go to the store. It's called El Tapatío, and like he'd be like, hey, bro, you got to steal the beer because my wife works here. And
so you guys would rob his wife?
Yeah, dude. And so I would steal like 24 packs, like anywhere from 12 to 24, dude. And like one time he had this like intricate plan, bro, where like it was like, look, bro, this is what you're gonna do, because they have like a carniceria or like a little taco spot inside. You're gonna go buy 10 tacos, okay? But first you're gonna go get the beer. You're gonna go to the taco spot, buy the tacos, sit there and eat your tacos, and then just walk out. And then that's exactly what happened. But during that time, I was so scared, bro, because I had warrants. I had 2 warrants. And like, dude, if you get caught up with the warrant, you're going straight to jail, you know? But I don't know.
That's wild.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
You ever like find a wallet and you open it and there's nothing in there, so you feel bad and you put money in it? Like,
fuck no.
Like, damn, this motherfucker's so broke. I should be putting money in this wallet. Like,
fuck no. Dude. If I'm fucking stealing $800 and throwing it out the window, there's no way I'm putting money in a wallet. You know.
I just thought that would be funny. You find somebody, you're like, damn, this dude needs the help more than me. Like, let me put fucking something
no
in
debit
there.
cards, no EBT. Like, let me just give him $5, dude. Like.
You like show up at his house like, bro, you struggling, dude.
For real. Nah, dude, but yeah, like, you know, I remember like in middle school, you know, me and my brother, we would always go to the Circle K that was on the way, and we would always steal stuff. You know, you just
like
walk
candy or anything?
Candy, you just pretend like you're walking around, and then just like slip it in, and it was so hilarious. Like, we were with one of our friends and my little brother. There was like this one bag where it came with a bunch of stuff inside. And we're walking around. And he's like, "Hey, you guys dare me to steal this?" And we're like, "Yeah, dude, we dare you." So he has his bag and he's trying to stuff it in, but it's taking too long. And the Indian guy comes from, "What are you doing?" You know, and we're
what
like,
are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? And we're like, oh, fuck, dude. And like, he grabs my brother and he's like, I should call the police on you. I'll do it right, or whatever. And me and my friend were acting as if we told him, dude. We told him not to do it. Like,
damn, you sold him out. Damn, y'all fucked.
Yeah, we're like, oh, dude, yeah, he blah blah blah, and he's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, he didn't do anything, but we didn't go back to that Circle K after like years.
You're never coming back here again.
Yeah, dude, but we're all in like middle school, you know.
Dude,
what I mean?
that's wild.
Yeah, dude, but I don't know. It just goes back to that idea of like doing things out of excitement. You know what I mean? Like, you're not even sure why you're like. It's not like we didn't have to. You know what I mean? So
when you're doing it for the thrill.
Yeah, exactly.
The rush. I guess a lot of people do that shit, bro. But it's like, I guess it's for the rush.
Like, if you're extremely poor and going through poverty and you're starving, I totally understand. You know what I mean? Like, if you're that kind of person that's like, you have like 10 people living in your household, only one person is working, I get why you're selling drugs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I get why you have to rob people. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously they're not great things to be doing, but I understand. You know what I mean? But
bro, you crack me up because you're basically like, yeah, I have no excuse to do it. I'm just
yeah, no, I have no excuse.
You're like, I just fucking did it.
I just did it. Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, I'm dying. You're like, yeah, I fucking just did it, bro.
You just did it. Exactly, dude. So.
Oh, man. I'm dying, bro.
Yeah.
You have me dying. That's just funny.
Yeah, so. I don't know.
Yeah, what? Yeah, dude. So you grew up out here? I gotta piss. By the
Oh
way.
yeah, go for it, bro. Bathroom's right over here. I'm gonna put the thing so everybody can hear you piss. No.
Okay.
All right, we are back from holding each other's dicks. No, but yeah, man. So I don't know, dude. It's so cool because like, you know, me and my friend will always talk about like the things that we did, because me and him we really hung out a lot after high school. So anywhere from 19 to like around 25, we hung out a lot. We did a lot of random stuff, and sometimes we like to look at it as if we were like doing stuff for the art of life. If you know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you're doing things to like almost broaden your horizon. You know what I mean? Where like he'll talk about situations where he'll tell a story that he's been through, and some of the people that he's like that are listening, they'll be tripping out like, what the fuck? Like this like they're just tripping out like the things that he's been through. You know what I mean? And me and him were thinking like that's in a way a really good thing. You know what I mean? Because
Well, I'm glad I did crazy shit too, and I bet you're glad you did too.
yeah, because you experience things, you know, and at least like I feel like at least you're not living like a sheltered life where you end up kind of losing who you are. You know what I mean? Where you're kind of on the edge of whether you should do certain things or not. Like at this point in your life, maybe you still go through it, but at the same time, you know other things that you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean?
I grew from my issues that I did.
Exactly.
The
Like
things I did.
where somebody who's probably never experienced anything, they're probably struggling with those things as an adult. You know, as a grown adult. You know what I mean?
100%.
So
Never had. My ex, she didn't really lose anyone close to her. Like no one died that was real close to her. So, you know, she's told me like I don't know what I'll do because I've never been through that. I've lost close homies. I've lost my grandparents. I've lost like, you know.
how did you lose your homies? What happened?
Oh, one of my homies, he overdosed when I was in high school.
Oh shit, heroin?
No, dude. So they had these stupid fucking parties. At the time, it was like a pandemic. People were doing it all over. I don't know if it was local or if it was nationwide. I think it was nationwide. Well, these kids would throw what's called a pill party. So what they would do is they'd get all these pills that they would find.
Random pills?
Yeah, dude, like painkillers, random shit that they would find in their parents' medicine cabinet or like relatives' medicine cabinets. Because we were just teenagers. And they'd throw it all in a bowl, mix it up, and people would just grab stuff and put it, pop it. Didn't know what the fuck they were popping.
Damn.
It's crazy.
That
it's
is crazy.
I never did that. I did like know what I was taking when I would take it, but I never did that.
You were just mixing a bunch of pills.
Yeah, dude. And my buddy was at one of those parties. Two of my buddies actually. They died on the same night. I don't know what they took, but they overdosed.
Wow.
And the dad of the house that they were at, it was this chick's dad, and he was a druggie. And he panicked because he knew they were dying. And he's like, I don't want this in my house. Like, then he's going to be responsible. So this motherfucker, instead of calling the cops and trying to maybe save their life, he drags their bodies to the swale outside of his house. Like how there's sidewalk and then there's grass on the other side sometimes? Like in neighborhoods.
Yeah.
The front yard, sidewalk, and then there's a little piece of grass. That's a swale. And so it's city property. So he dragged them off his property onto the city property to try and say like, oh, they didn't die on my property type of thing.
Damn.
Fucked up. And then they called the cops after they were already on the property, on the city swale.
Yeah. But by then, it's like...
And there was witnesses.
How much time
there
has
was
passed.
witnesses too. He's an idiot.
Also, he ended up getting caught up?
Well, think about it. There was so many kids there that saw this.
Yeah.
So he was stupid to think that he would get away with that.
Yeah.
So he went to jail for sure.
Damn.
But two of my homies overdosed that night and died.
That's wild.
At a young age, dude. Then I had another homie. he this was wild, bro. He was a racer, like he would street race. And one time I was hanging around, there's like a circle in my hometown, like this little circle that you drive around and there's different roads. And I was hanging on the circle and I see him over across the circle at a gas station. And I'm walking over there to get a drink. And he goes, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's up, Ray? What's good? And he's like, hey, man, we're going to the races tonight. I got a spot. You want to come? Like in his front seat, passenger seat. And I was like, yeah, dude, I think I'm down. And then my homie that I was with was like, bro, you said you're going to hang with me tonight. Like, we're hanging, bro. And I was like, ah, damn, you're right. I was like, hey, bro, my bad. Like, I'm hanging with him. We're going to a party later. But, maybe I'll hit you up. You can come to the party after. Or, I'll see what you're doing. He's like, all right, peace out. He goes to the races, bro. The dude that was in his passenger seat died in this accident. So they were racing. And that's where I was going to sit. That's how trippy this is.
Shit.
So they were racing. His homie that he was racing had an engine problem. It was sputtering. Something happened with his car. It was blowing smoke. So they pull over, and he pulls over right behind them on, like, the breakdown lane of this major thoroughfare. A fucking 18-wheeler's coming, barreling down. The dude had a hooker in his passenger seat, so he was, like, distracted. I don't know if he was getting roadhead or what happened. Motherfucker pulls, like, veers off, the road into that breakdown lane, slams full speed into the back of that car. I think he tried to brake before, but he was still going, like, 60 to 80.
Damn.
And probably, like, 60. But imagine all that weight traveling 60 miles per hour into the back of a car that stopped and there's a car in front of it. So it just like an accordion. Boom. And luckily my dude Ray in the front seat, in the driver's seat, he was like in the ICU in a coma for God knows how long, but he survived somehow.
Damn.
By a miracle, bro. The steering wheel was in his stomach, like all this shit. But everyone else died. The dude in the front passenger seat, he was like a vegetable, and so they pulled the plug because like he had no brain thing. Activity. So they pulled the plug, and then everyone in the back seat, there was like 2 or 3 people in the back seat, got decapitated immediately.
Decapitated?
Yeah, lost like their head knocked off their body.
Whoa!
In the impact.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, I had a lot of people die around me. Bro.
I had this one homie. So I've had homies die, but it wasn't accident. I haven't had homies killed. Like there was 2 of our homies. Like he was like this dude and the other guy. They were one of the coolest dudes in school, bro. The coolest guys, and they were like. Kind of like you could say the number one like slangers of like weed in the area. You know what I mean? They would like everybody would pick up weed from him. That good shit. And because of like another homie, those fools ended up getting shot up and killed, dude. Like at a party because this other fool was doing stupid shit.
Like starting a fight and then
some shit. Yeah, gets those 2 shot up. Another time I had this other friend who, I was freshman, maybe sophomore. And like, I guess they were like on top of this warehouse building drinking. And homeboy was sitting on those little like glass roofs that they have, I guess, like on top of the roof or whatever. He was like sitting on it or something. And it broke and he fell through all the way down, hitting the floor. And I guess... because he was like fucking drunk, he didn't die immediately, but on his way to the hospital, he ended up dying.
He fell through a glass roof?
Yeah, because so it's like it's a warehouse, it's a roof, but then those little mini like.
Why was he on it? Just fucking around?
He was sitting down on it, and it
like
just
hanging out drinking on the roof.
Yeah, and it just collapsed through. Yeah. Homeboy died, dude. He was like a junior.
See, I'm so terrified of like heights. I would never even think to do that.
I've drank on the top of roofs, but I've never thought about sitting
like on the roof though, like not on the glass.
A glass, yeah.
I'm too scared of that shit.
No, hell yeah.
My mind, like my instincts would be like, hey, what if this is like the seals aren't good.
I don't
if
even
it's
like
not strong enough
dude,
to hold
I don't
my
even
weight?
like standing on the edge of a roof.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I don't mind being in the middle or like what, but being on the edge, like no way, dude. Like
because anything can happen. A gust of wind,
or who
you
the
could
fuck
trip.
You could trip.
Somebody could be fucking with you and try to scare you, but they actually scare you over. Like
so, I feel it, dude. Like shit happens, you know. So I don't know, bro, but
that's scary, dude.
Yeah. Before we end this, I just want to tell a story. There was like one time I got hit by a truck, bro, a semi truck. And I'll try, usually I've tried to make it into a joke in stand up, but it's a real story. So like me and my friend, we're smoking a bunch of weed and, I'm being dumb on the road. Like there's like, the cones, the orange cones on the freeway. And, I'm like trying to show off in front of this one. I run them over, but it's not as cute as it may sound, like, boom, boom, boom. It kind of sounds fucked up when you run over them. But I mean, like that wasn't anything. Like I was just like, oh shit, whatever. But we were exiting off the freeway. We're on the 60, like exiting into like Monterey Park area, and we're exiting onto Atlantic Boulevard. And so the exit is right on Atlantic, and we're entering the fucking intersection. Like kind of like right when I enter, it turns yellow. But like this fucking semi truck is booking it towards us, dude, and I don't see it. Okay, so I'm driving, and then as soon as we're like in the middle, or as soon as we enter it, my homeboy is that's with me. He's like, bro, look, and I fucking look, and it's like I don't know how, like 10, 15 feet away from us. So I have to and I'm driving manual, so I didn't have time to shift the gear. So I just booked it on the gas. This fool we barely missed him, bro. I could have gotten T-boned and killed. Homeboy clips the back end of my car. We do a full 360. We hit the middle divider of the street, jump up and land back down. And we're at a standstill. We look at it, like, holy shit. And I'm so high, you know what I mean? I'm like, we smoked a lot of weed. And I'm like, fuck, I guess I got to go talk to this fool, And so I step out of the car and I approached the truck driver, and dude, literally the first thing that comes out of my mouth, I was like, hey, are you okay? I asked the truck driver if he's okay, bro. This one looked at me if this was like the stupidest thing I've ever said. Like, yeah, dog, I'm fine. Like, are you okay? Because I was driving a little RAV4. This was a big semi truck. I did a full 360.
How fucked up was your back end?
It was destroyed. Yeah, like I couldn't, so like
the axle, everything.
Yeah, the left corner of the car was completely crushed in. The right wheel on the other side was folded upwards inside the car because, it hit the middle divider. My car was totaled. Yeah. And it just ended terribly because I had gotten a police report, and we probably could have sued the guy and gotten money, but I lost the police report. Lost it, dude. And the lawyer couldn't help me or anything. Dude, my friend for years did not forgive me for that shit.
Yeah, because...
I was just dumb, dude.
He was mad?
He was mad. He never, verbally told me, but, he was... Dude, he never forgave me for that. Until, not that long ago, we've talked about it, and he was just like, yeah, dude. Yeah, because we probably could have won some money, and... Yeah, dude.
Maybe you should steal his wallet. No,
fuck yeah! Hey, that was a sick ass episode, bro. We fucked up in the beginning, for some reason it didn't start recording. You know what I mean? But hey, dude, if you have anything coming up, soon, let people know, or whatever you got going on with you currently.
Nah, man, nothing that I really want to plug. Just you
have a show you're trying to start, right?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to start a show on the West Side. If you want to follow me, it's Shaun Platt Comedy on Instagram. And yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Right, I think upcoming, I have one show on October 29th at the Stand-Up Comedy Club, 10 o'clock. If you come dressed up, in your costume, you could get in for free. And yeah, dude, you guys know where you can follow me. You're always listening, so... Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for fucking joining me, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. Sick ass episode. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. Peace.